tired of your water bill, worried about where your drinking water actually comes from? Today, we're diving deep into two fascinating solutions for off-grid water independence: atmospheric water generators and traditional well systems. Which one is right for you? Let's find out. First up, let's talk about how they work. A well system is pretty straightforward. You drill deep into the ground until you hit an aquifer, which is like an underground river or lake. A pump then brings that groundwater up to your house. It's a method humans have used for centuries. Simple, effective, and it taps into a massive natural resource. Now, for the futuristic option, atmospheric water generators, or AWGs. These machines are pure science fiction made real. They work like a powerful dehumidifier, pulling moisture directly out of the air. They cool the air, causing water vapor to condense into liquid water. This water is then filtered and purified, giving you clean drinking water literally from thin air. So, how much energy do these systems use? This is a huge factor. A well system's energy consumption depends mainly on the pump. The deeper your well and the more water you use, the more electricity the pump needs to run. Generally, once the well is installed, the ongoing energy cost for a modern, efficient pump is relatively low. AWGs, on the other hand, are more power-intensive. The process of cooling air to condense water requires a significant amount of electricity. Think of it like running a large air conditioner. The energy use can vary based on the humidity and temperature. The more humid it is, the more efficiently the machine works. Many people who own AWGs pair them with solar panels to offset the high electricity demand and go truly off-grid. Next, let's talk about water quality, because that's what really matters. Groundwater from a well can be incredibly pure, naturally filtered by layers of rock and sand. However, it's not a guarantee. Wells can be susceptible to contamination from agricultural runoff, industrial pollution, or nearby septic systems. That's why regular water testing is crucial for well owners. You might also need additional filtration or water softening systems depending on the mineral content. AWGs have a major advantage here. Since they create water from atmospheric vapor, they bypass ground contaminants entirely. The water they produce is inherently pure. Reputable AWGs include multi-stage filtration systems, often with UV sterilization, to ensure the final product is exceptionally clean and safe to drink right out of the tap. It's like having your own personal water bottling plant. What about climate resilience? How do these systems hold up when Mother Nature gets unpredictable? Wells are generally very reliable, but they are vulnerable to drought. If the water table drops significantly, your well could run dry, leaving you with no water at all. In areas prone to prolonged dry spells, this is a serious risk. AWGs are also dependent on climate, but in a different way. They need humidity to function. In very dry, arid environments, their water production will drop significantly or even stop. However, they are completely immune to groundwater droughts. As long as there is sufficient moisture in the air, a relative humidity of around 40% or more is ideal. They can produce water. This makes them a great option in humid regions, even if rainfall is scarce. Let's move on to installation and maintenance. Installing a well is a major construction project. It involves bringing in heavy machinery to drill hundreds of feet into the ground. It can be expensive, time-consuming, and messy. The cost can vary dramatically depending on the depth you need to drill and the geology of your land. Once installed, maintenance typically involves servicing the pump and pressure tank every few years. AWGs are basically plug-and-play. A residential unit is about the size of a large appliance. You set it up, plug it in, and it starts making water. There's no drilling, no digging, no complicated plumbing required. Maintenance is also simpler, usually just involving regular filter changes. Similar to what you'd do for a high-end water filter in your fridge or under your sink. Finally, the environmental impact. Wells have a relatively low direct impact. You're tapping into a natural, existing water cycle. The main environmental consideration is the energy used to pump the water and the risk of depleting the local aquifer if too much water is drawn by too many users. It's a sustainable choice as long as the aquifer is managed responsibly. The environmental footprint of an AWG is mostly tied to its energy consumption. If you're powering it from the grid and your electricity comes from fossil fuels, the impact is significant. However, if you pair it with renewable energy like solar, it becomes one of the most environmentally friendly water sources available. You're creating a completely new source of fresh water without depleting any natural reserves. So, who wins the battle? It's not that simple. The best choice really depends on your specific situation. If you live in an area with a reliable, clean aquifer and you're looking for a time-tested solution with lower ongoing energy costs, a well system is a fantastic choice. It connects you directly to a natural resource and can provide a huge volume of water for your entire home. But if you're in a region with questionable groundwater quality, are worried about droughts, or live in a humid climate, and prioritize ultimate water purity and ease of installation, an atmospheric water generator could be a game changer, especially when paired with solar panels. An AWG offers a futuristic level of water independence and security. Both technologies empower you to take control of your water supply. It's about weighing the pros and cons based on your location, your budget, and your priorities. Do you want to tap into the earth or harvest from the sky? The choice is yours. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you understand your water options a little better, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let us know in the comments which system you think is better for your situation. See you next time.